The NBA is built on stars, and when Joel Embiid is on the court, he shines as bright as anyone. The former MVP is one of the most dominant big men of his generation. His size, his skill, his footwork, they're unmatched. But the problem? He's rarely healthy enough to show it for long stretches. That's why the upcoming 2025-26 season is one of the most anticipated comeback stories in the league. Over the summer, Embiid dedicated himself to getting back into peak condition. Reports say he shed weight, worked on his fitness, and is determined to put his injury troubles behind him. Philadelphia 76ers fans are desperate for their star to finally have a healthy year. But not everybody is buying into the optimism. ESPN analyst Tim Legler believes that no matter how hard Embiid worked this offseason, the odds are stacked against him. And the reasoning is pretty simple. On the All-NBA podcast, Legler broke it down: he falls too much. There's too many things that go wrong when you're on the ground as much as he is for a variety of reasons. The guy plays hard defensively, and that's part of it. He's always going to attack everything at the rim. He gets himself off balance, but he falls a lot offensively, too. He falls 5, 6, 7 times a game. That's a major red flag for someone his size. At 7 feet tall and weighing well over 400 pounds, every fall is dangerous. Legler pointed out that Embiid's reckless style and constant collisions put him at risk on nearly every possession. Even if Embiid is in the best shape of his career, one awkward landing or another player falling into him could undo everything. And Legler didn't stop there. He reminded fans that Embiid has suffered not just lower body injuries, but also multiple facial fractures. The guy's head has constantly taken a beating because he's so physical in the paint, Legler said. The conclusion? In Legler's eyes, it's unrealistic to expect Embiid to play more than 65 games in any given season. I don't think Joel Embiid gives you 65 to 70 games, he declared. At healthy, he's like at 60. Unhealthy, he's like at 23. It's a harsh take, but one that might sound familiar to Sixers fans. They've lived through this cycle before: excitement about Embiid's dominance, hope for a full season, followed by disappointment when injuries strike again. This is especially concerning because Philadelphia has gone all in on Embiid as the centerpiece of their franchise. They added Paul George and have Tyrese Maxey developing into a star, but without Embiid anchoring both ends of the floor, the Sixers simply aren't contenders. Legler's comments highlight the harsh truth: for all his talent, Embiid's availability may always be the Sixers' biggest weakness. But here's the other side of the story. Embiid is not oblivious to this narrative. He listened to the criticism, he worked on his conditioning, and he slimmed down this summer in hopes of avoiding the injuries that have plagued him. He's coming into the 2025-26 campaign with a new body and a new focus. The question now is whether it will be enough. The Sixers' window might be closing. Their fan base is one of the most demanding in all of sports, and they've had to endure years of playoff heartbreak. Another season derailed by injuries could push them to the breaking point. If Embiid and George both struggle to stay healthy, it's not just the roster that might change, the entire direction of the franchise could be up for grabs. For Embiid, this year is about more than basketball. It's about silencing critics, proving doubters wrong, and reclaiming his place among the game's greats. For the Sixers, it's about finding out if their trust in the big man was worth it. Legler might be right: Embiid may never be a 70-game player. But if he can deliver when it matters most, in the playoffs, none of that will matter. One thing's for sure: everyone will be watching.